So this is a walkthrough of the EFT Divination Kit. These are the EFT Divination and Chakra cards, and this is the emotion deck. This deck, all the card backs are the same, and the fronts are mainly emotions, a negative and a positive emotion. While this deck, the card backs are different because you can also use it for chakra work. I started out taking courses with combining EFT with energy work, so that's how that approach came. So the black cards, like if you're using it for chakra work, sorry, it's hard for me to center. If you're using it for chakra work, you would just ask, okay, what chakra to focus on, and you pick a card. So that's the indigo, and so I'll just go through all the backs. So black tends to represent grounding and being present in the body. So if you draw the black card, use EFT to work on grounding or whatever healing technique. This is the red card, so you'd focus on the root chakra. The orange card, you'd focus on the sacral or the relationship chakra. The yellow card is for the solar plexus. The green card is for the heart chakra. The blue card is for the throat chakra. The indigo card is for the third eye chakra. And the violet card is for the crown chakra. Now if you draw this card, it indicates to work with the energy field in a way you're healing leaks and tears and holes and kind of strengthening the auric field or clearing it of debris. Now there's also this card, which if you draw this card, it depends, how you set yourself up. If you tell yourself when you draw this card, it just means you're clear and you don't have to clear anything on your energy field. I tend to use it as a sign to clear of unwanted energies. So just to do a space clearing kind of thing. So, so that's that card. And the pink card is for anything having to do with relationships, sponging, cords. Why can't I get in the center here? So cords, attachments, psychic attacks, any kind of that kind of energy that involves other people or taking on psychic debris. So there are more than one card of certain cards in the deck, and there's a reason for this. So we're getting to the card fronts right now. So for example, there are six blocks of clear card, and there's 3 cards each of some of the main blocks and 2 cards each of some others. And there's a reason for this, and it's because you want to be able to draw a card more than once, especially if you're going to use a layering technique that I'm going to show later on in the video. So that is not a printing error, it's actually deliberate because you want to have more than one opportunity to draw certain cards. So this is the blocks are clear card, so I'll explain later, but when you draw this card, it means you don't need to test for blocks anymore, and you can just tap the main issue. So the rest of these cards, which I'll do one group at a time, are based on taking courses with, not with Gary Craig, but Gary Craig's courses on EFT, which he talks a lot about psychological reversal, muscle testing, and energy toxins and different things that can block EFT success. So in his videos, he does use muscle testing, but a lot of my clients were having issues with the muscle testing, and so I came up with a way they could originally make their own cards, and then I ended up producing a deck. So these go on the typical, what are called psychological reversals or blocks, and I also added in some from what I learned from taking the energy work combined with EFT courses, and also theta healing, and the emotion cards are kind of based on emotion code and just emotional healing in general. So I'll just go through the cards just so that so buyers know what's what's in the kit. So okay, so this is deprivation issue, so you'll feel deprived if you're free of an issue. Clear contracts. Okay, this is an energy work thing. So contracts are decisions you've made either in this life or before incarnating to suffer or to have a certain condition or situation happen. This is clear chakras and energy. So again, if I drew this card, then I could go to the card backs and ask, okay, what chakra do I clear? Or wait, not those ones, but these ones. What chakra do I clear? So heart chakra. So, and then grounding. So again, you'd clear on the grounding issue. Lessons in karma. So you'd clear on lessons in karma. Believing that you need to hang on to an issue because there's still something you can learn from it. I'm going to put some of these cards aside because I want to talk about them more deeply. Energy toxins, yes, I'll talk about that later. It's when emotions get trapped in your energy field and block progress and overwhelm. So the next group is red. So it is safe. So it's safe to overcome an issue, and for each card there is an upright and there is a reversed. So because sometimes you want to tap in the positive and sometimes you want to tap out the negative. EFT is really great for kind of confronting the negative in a treats like way, or like homeopathy, in order to kind of apply love and treat something. So you tap, even though it's not safe for me to overcome this issue, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. And something about confronting confronting an issue head on and applying love seems to have a healing effect. Now the opposite side of the card says tap in the positive, that it's safe for you to experience the health and happiness you desire. So some of the cards will have both on them, and depending how you draw the card, you may either want to tap in the positive, or it might be suggested to tap out the negative. So I will benefit. So again, there's a positive and a negative. I release all trauma that blocks me from healing this issue, and I release all fear that blocks me from healing this issue. And the statements to use sometimes are right on the card, that you can just use them. I release all fear of success that blocks me from healing this issue. I release all fear of failure that blocks me from healing this issue. It is safe for others if I heal this issue. So again, there's a positive and negative. Others will benefit. I release all anger that blocks me from healing this issue. And I release all sadness that blocks me from healing this issue. Like, some of these cards don't have positive and negative. But the main psychological reversals do have, both sides are the same block. Not feeling forgiven by others can block healing issues, and need for attention or approval. Now we're going to the yellow cards. I'm willing to overcome this issue, or even though I am not willing to overcome this issue, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. I don't need to hang on to this issue. And this is the main issue. So if you get this card, it just means, kind of like the blocks are clear, you can stop looking for blocks and you can tap the main issue. And then this one says, let go of trying. So you could be trying too hard to heal. Sometimes this comes up when I do a healing and the blocks are already clear, so it's kind of telling me to not tap the issue anymore. And too hard or difficult, so it feels too hard or difficult to overcome an issue. Now here's the green cards. It's possible. Healing is permanent, because sometimes, like, you might heal something and it might bounce back, or in our consciousness we might believe we can't heal something permanent, it'll come back. So this is what that block's for. I can receive love and healing, and I know what it feels like to heal this issue. And then this is the keep at it, it's working card. So in some cases you might be tapping on a block. Say that you haven't healed something permanently. Even though I haven't permanently healed this issue, I can't permanently heal this issue, I deeply, profoundly love and accept myself. And you've tapped that and you draw this card again, it means to just retap the block, and that you are making some sort of progress. You just need to retap the block again. So and again, it depends. If you draw this as the first card, it could mean something different. So it could mean that you either tap the main issue, and again, there's a different upright and a reversed. So if you draw the upright, it says you are making progress, whatever you're tapping on, keep tapping. This is your first card, simply tap the main issue. Where the other side kind of indicates, whatever issue you're tapping on, keep tapping. If this is your first card, tap, I don't have to overstrive to make healing work. So again, it gives you what to tap on. So now here's the blue cards, that you won't lose your identity if you heal an issue, that you choose to heal an issue, and this is homolateral energy. So, and it offers the correction on it, so which is usually marching in place. And energy crossover issues is just another way to say it, but you can actually tap that your energy is crossing over in a harmonious pattern. And again, if you don't know what homolateral energy is or crossover, you can Google it, or you can go to Gary Craig's site, emofree.com. Hidden aspects. This means there's something under your issue that you may not be aware of, and it's affecting your tapping, such as if you're tapping a physical issue, or an issue thinking it's physical when it's really emotional, or there's emotional root, or you're tapping an emotional issue when something physical is going on underneath, like an allergy or something that's causing an emotional state, or something of that nature. So it just indicates that there's something hidden under your issue, like even a past life or something like that, which you need to get to the root at. And sometimes you can use a different kind of deck or muscle testing, if you know how to do muscle testing, to kind of figure out, is it physical, is it emotional, is it spiritual, what level is this block occurring at. This is where you could use the Healers of the Earth Oracle too. Dig deeper means you're tapping an issue too superficially, so you need to really get to the root, to the memories, to something deeper going on beneath it. So say you're tapping on an issue like a stomach ulcer, let's just use that as an example. And you're tapping, even though I have this stomach ulcer, I deeply family love and accept myself. And that might be too superficial. You might have to go to the emotions underneath that are causing the stomach ulcer, or to memories or something of that effect. So this is that you have what it takes to make life work if you're free of an issue. That actually comes up quite a bit in healings, that you want to heal an issue. I can't figure out where the center is. How do I pull it this way? Oh, there we go. So even though I don't want to heal an issue, heal the cause, and I'll go over this one later. And there's dehydration and nutrition. EFT does work with the energy system, so it does require you to have water or to be hydrated. If you're dehydrated, sometimes it'll affect EFT progress. Now, for some people, say you already know you're hydrated, etc., it could be that you're drained, or you're feeling like the emotional dehydrated. So depleted, dehydrated, drained, and to tap on those issues. Now, nutrition is similar. It can indicate that you have a nutritional issue, or you're hungry, or there's something of a nutritional issue that's going on beneath your issue or blocking you from healing it. Or it could indicate the emotional aspects of emotional nourishment, not feeling emotionally supported or nourished by your relationships, and you might want to tap on that. So these are the violet cards, so that you allow yourself to heal an issue, that you're ready to heal an issue, fear of change under an issue, resistance to healing. So, and again, I treat these as main issues. EFT can heal this issue, and Creator can heal me. So EFT can heal this issue just means on some level you don't believe EFT will work, and so you need to tap through your blocks to believing EFT can work for you. And the same for Creator. You might not believe God believes you want to heal, or you might feel punished in some sort of way. So that can indicate that block. So you don't feel supported and it's blocking you from healing the issue. Tap in the love is just to tap whatever statements make you feel more loved. I am clear. So this is about either clearing your space and energy. Sometimes EFT won't work, like homeopathy or other things, if you're around too many electronics, around too many EMFs and that kind of energy. So it could indicate that you need to kind of find a space or do it outside where you're not surrounded by computers, etc. Or this could indicate to kind of clear your energetic space of interference in some sort of way. I detach is about cords and attachments and that kind of energy. And clear memories. So that's when we get to kind of this deck. We get to that deck. So I'll show you how to do that in a bit. And space clearing is about kind of clearing, again, this idea of clearing your space of whatever needs to be cleared up, or clearing kind of, I call them buggies, or interference in your energy field. So, or your space. So, okay, one more. So these are the white cards. I don't know why I have such a hard time centering. The only yeah, there we go. So the only camera that'll work is my cell phone, and it doesn't screencast in a sideways position, only upright. So I deserve to heal this issue. Even though I'll never heal this issue, I deeply found I love and accept myself. And it's not that you never will heal it, it's just you believe you'll never will. Tap in the light. So anything that makes you feel lighter, such as I feel my energy opening up and expanding out, filling up with light. You know, these kind of things I learned in the EFT combined with energy work course. And I am open. My entire being is open to happiness, peace, and strength. And I live for life and all its joys and miracles. This is what Gary Craig calls massive psychological reversal. So you'd test for this before you start a healing session. And, you know, if you test weak to it, you have to, you know, work so that you're living for life. And the same is deeply found, love and accept myself. So if you get this card, you just tap, I deeply found, love and accept myself with all my weaknesses and limitations. These are forms of massive psychological reversal. And again, you can look up online what these actually mean. So I'm going to stop the video here, and I'm going to do a second video of kind of like going into how to kind of use the cards and also the emotions deck.